Hi guys, it's Machaela and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my eyeshadow project pan update. If you are new to this style of video, I randomly generate 5 eyeshadow palettes from my collection. I use them either a total of 50 times or I hit pan on them, whichever one comes first. And if I hit pan on them prior to the 50 uses, I decide whether or not I want to keep going. So for this update, I actually have 2 new roll-ins, so let's just go ahead and get started. And starting in with my first roll-in, this is the eyeshadow palette I have been working on all year long. It is from the Venus 3 by Lime Crime, and I have been working on the shade Dreamy, and I used this the last few times that it needed to be used. I used it exactly 50 times. This from the start of the project to the finish. It took me all year long, but I did it and I'm so excited to be able to roll this one out. It's taken me all year long to be able to do that. And then the next eyeshadow that is an empty, it is from the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, and I hit 50 uses on the shade Strange. I rolled this in about 4-5 months ago now, and I mostly use this to just set my eyeshadow base. I kind of hate pans a little bit. This was not my most exciting one to roll in, but I did make a little bit of a dent through those 50 uses, and yeah, I'm happy to be rolling this one out. I also have the shade Nooner from this palette. I use this a total of 5 times this month, which means I have about 22 uses left before I can roll it out, and I can see myself possibly hitting pan on it, but I don't see it being likely. So if I don't hit pan on it before those 22 uses, I anticipating it being about another 2 to 3 months left worth of use. From the Nabla Read My Mind palette, I've got the shade 16, and I actually use this a total of 10 times this month, which is around my overall goal per month, usually 8 to 10 uses. So I did hit my overall monthly goal of uses, which means I've got about 26 more uses left of this shade before I can roll it out, and this one is definitely not one I will hit pan on. So, but I mean, I'm enjoying it. This is kind of a boring shade, but it works great for like a neutral outer creased color. Again, another 2 to 3 months, probably 3 months realistically, possibly 4 if I just don't use it. But yeah, I can definitely see it probably taking until about February until I can roll it out. And then my newest eyeshadow to this project is from the Too Faced Born This Way, and I am panning the shade Sparkling. Again, this will probably end up being a usage goal. I only used this a total of 5 times this month, so not as much usage as I would have liked to. But I think what I'm finding out from shimmers is that I only just use them all over the lid. Like with these matte shades, I'll go ahead and count a use from in the crease as well as on the bottom lash line. Every once in a while I'll do a blush, so those all count as different uses, and this one really only has one use, which is all over the lid. And every once in a while, not this month, but I will use a shade like this as a highlighter if I'm really wanting to match the tones. So I have a total of 41 uses left before I can roll this out, so another 5, possibly 6 months left of use. And no, I am not planning on resetting this at the start of the new year. I plan on just letting this be a project that keeps rolling until I decide that I am done with it. But as of this month, I will officially have rolled everything out that I started the year with. So the way this is going to work is I have a number generator on my phone. I have all of my eyeshadow palettes numbered from oldest to newest. So I'm going to randomly generate 2 eyeshadow palettes from there, and then from those 2 eyeshadow palettes, however many single eyeshadows are within those 2 eyeshadow palettes, I will generate 2 eyeshadows. I have a total of 103 eyeshadow palettes total, so let's go ahead and randomize the first one, which is number 65. The next eyeshadow palette that I will randomly be rolling in is 10. So 2 new eyeshadow palettes that need to be rolled into this project. So let me go get those and I will be right back. Both of the eyeshadow palettes rolled in are actually from ColourPop. So we've got the ColourPop Soul and the ColourPop Lizzie McGuire palette. 21 total pans in here, so I'm gonna number them from 1 starting in this palette all the way to 21 in this palette, and we'll see which 2 numbers we come up with. Okay, the first eyeshadow to be rolled in is 4. The next eyeshadow is 13. So 1 from each of the palettes. That's awesome. So pan number 1 is B and B from the Soul palette, which is the top orange shade here. And then number 13 came from the Lizzie McGuire palette, which is the shade Outfit Rememberer, which is this fun, pretty shimmer shade. I have it swatched here on the bottom. So I'm excited to be rolling in 2 more shimmers to this eyeshadow palette. Again, my goal will be to either hit pan or 50 uses, whichever one comes first. Let's go ahead and just swatch the rest of this color story. So I'm also using the shade 16 from the Nabla Read My Mind palette. So we've got that brown shade there from the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. We are still panning the shade Nooner. And finally, from the Too Faced Born This Way, we are panning the shade Sparkling Sand. Looks like a pretty fun color story. We're adding some pops of orange and pink. You really can't see the shade Nooner that well, but this is a fun neutral color story with some pops of pink and a pop of orange, so I'm super excited about that. Anyway, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. I do videos focusing on beauty and lifestyle, and my goal on this platform is to share my love for beauty as well as my love for Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. So if that's what you're into, hit that subscribe button, and if not, but you still want to stick around, I would love to have you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.